Good morning. I want to read from my gratitude book today. Tell me when to stop. Let's see. Part of saying thanks is sharing our lives with the world. The other part is learning to enjoy our lives ourselves. Live and love and learn and see things, then pass those things on. Don't just say thanks. Demonstrate your gratitude for life by living as fully as you can. Every time I read from this book, I feel like it hits home, honestly, or touches on something that I feel like I have definitely been feeling. That one for sure. Like, I understand. I feel like, what is that? Or is that just a cup? I think it's just a cup, actually. Just kidding. But I understand, like, sometimes feeling like not living, like I understand, like, not living like I'm living as fully as I can, basically. I have definitely been going through some things in life where I feel like I'm not really. Sorry, I need to plug in my computer. Where I feel like I am not at the same pace as other people my age. Like, I'm not in school right now, and I'm like doing a lot of like non. I don't know if this is the right word, but like it's the one that's coming to my mind, so I'll say it. But like non-conventional things, like my life is spent either working at my job, or if I'm not doing that, I'm working on my creative projects like music, DJing, like photography, videography, and recently YouTube videos. These YouTube videos are more like just me talking into a camera. But yeah, I it's hard because those are things in life that a lot of people will like, I don't know, not discourage you from doing, but like also at the same time yes. And like it's not something that there is like a lot of like do this to get here to go there type of stuff. And like, I mean, in ways that there definitely are, especially if like you are in a community of other creative people, which I feel like in some ways I am, in some ways I'm not, because I feel like for me, like I'm like the more, I don't want to say I'm not like the more creative one out of my friends, because my friends definitely are creative and are very skilled and have a lot of like creative passion. I guess like I feel like I'm the friend that is like using their time to, I guess, make a career in a creative field. Because I'm not going to lie when I say that I want to be doing this creative stuff to make money. And I don't think that's a bad thing to say either, because I do want to do that. That is my goal. And I am glad that I know what my goals are. and I think that it makes it more achievable because I'm not just trying to do all this stuff randomly without any like vision or foresight. Like it's important to me to feel like, I don't know, maybe it gets in the way as well sometimes, but I like feel like I am doing this stuff to get me or to advance my life in a way. And like I could be doing that with like, I mean, I still want to go to school. It's more of the fact that like I like have to wait until I can go back to school. And so I guess that's actually a good thing because I think I need the time so I can like, I don't know, create a more sustainable life in a way and kind of like get some better habits, which also I think is a good thing because like I definitely because I've done college before, and even when I was in high school, I did not have good, I don't like the term good. I did not have habits that catered towards me excelling in an educational environment, and I understand like I that is an important thing to have. You have to dedicate a lot of time and you have to have a lot of focus on that thing and kind of like blur out distractions because it's important, and school is really important and getting good grades is important, and I guess I'm just not there in life right now to have me excel in that way, and like that part of that makes me sad, right? Because like I wish I was ready, but at the same time I don't wish I was ready because at least now I have the opportunity to like focus on things that will get me to that place. Like I'm in this DBT therapy program that's going to be like for a whole year, and like it's really time consuming because it's like I think like 3.5 hours of therapy each week, and then you have to do your diary card every night. You have to do the homework for it every week for both group and individual therapy, and it's also just very emotionally taxing because you have to like change a lot about the way you move through life. And so like I have this time now to be working on my mental health, which it's about damn time, right? I would say. And like I have also this time to explore other things that I am really passionate about, and that I believe that like since I have this time I can practice my skills of being more focused on something and like having a clear goal in mind and accomplishing that, and I think build some really good skills for when I start school again. And so I guess that is what I'm doing right now. It's just it honestly kind of scares me because it's something that I have to do on my own terms, and it's something that is something it's something that like I have to structure myself, and I am responsible to myself in a very serious way, because there's no teacher telling me what to do. There's no like counselor checking in on me. It's, I mean, I have therapy, which like I have set these goals in therapy, but like it's scary because at the end of the day, I am mostly responsible. I mean, even if I was in school, I'd still be responsible for myself, but you know what I mean? Like in this situation, I really am, and I kind of have to set a goal and stick to it, which is like hard for me sometimes because I love to change my mind. Like, I really love to change my mind. I've changed my major in college like 4 or 5 times. Another reason why it's probably good for me to take a break, right? But yeah, I guess it's been going actually pretty good so far. Like, I think about where I was like a year ago. I Things have changed so much. It's just actually insane. Me as a person, like I find like the most, I guess, what's the word? Like not validating, but like the most, um, I guess I feel the most accomplished when I feel like my inner world has aligned with like who I want to be, and like I just feel like I don't know, I've done a lot, I guess, to work on myself, which it's just crazy to think about. Like even 3 months ago, so much has changed. And 3 months from now, things are going to change so much. And I guess that's the thing about life. The only guarantee is that things will change, right? And I understand how that can be scary. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't say that doesn't scare me. But as you learn in DBT, it's okay to hold two truths at once, and they both are true. And I find that, you know, it's actually, it can be very peaceful to know that things will change, because that means like the whole world is open to new possibilities. You are open to a whole new world of possibilities, I guess. Like you can literally do anything with your life. And boy, have I found that to be true. I have found that to be true. You definitely like create the reality that you live in, and there's a lot less limitations than you think. It's just like kind of hard, I guess, when you're, like I was saying earlier, like your inner world does not reflect how you want it to be. And that's why I think therapy is so important, because like if you can change your perception of the outer world, then like you get rid of a lot of the barriers that you think were there, right? And I'm not saying that there are not barriers in life. There obviously is. Like a lot of people come from different situations, and like some people are just like, I guess, given more opportunities in life, and you know there's so many like layers to it with like racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, like all of these things. But like I said, you can hold two truths at the same time. You can be like, what's the word? Like, do you like my rings? Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. You can be like disadvantaged in life, or like not like start out in life in a very good place, or like you are born into this world with things that just make it harder to move through the societal ladder, I guess. And at the same time, like, you still have a lot of power to, like, change your, I guess, perception of yourself and perception of the world. And, like, at the end of the day, if you have the ability to keep trying and not feel discouraged, that is like the most powerful thing, I feel like. Obviously not in every situation, and obviously this is a very nuanced thing I'm trying to explain, and I don't know if I'm doing a great job of like having it come across, so I'm sorry if it's not making a lot of sense or if you disagree. It's okay if you do disagree though, because I am not like the end all be all of whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, right? But it's just what I have found to be very true, if I'm being honest. And like, it's just the idea, I guess, of like, I'm gonna look for something that I wrote down recently that I feel like will give you a better idea of what I'm trying to say. I write a lot of stuff in my notes app because I have very much enjoyed writing, and I feel like I have a lot going on in my head. And also, since I'm working on music, I've been like writing a lot of like lyrics and stuff. Okay, I found what I wrote. It says, "You are not in the world. The world is in you. Everything that seems to be in the world is in your mind. There is nothing outside of you." And this might sound very like out there, like whatever, but even if you're not a spiritual person, and I will say I am a very spiritual person, but even if you're not, it's still very true, because when you think about it, everything is being processed through your brain, right? And through the nerves in your body and your senses and everything. And the mind is very powerful. That's why it's very important to, create a good inner world and to be kind to yourself and to not say degrading things to yourself. And if you have an idea of what you want to be, you gotta like put those thoughts into your brain and put those thoughts into action, right? And when I say there is nothing outside of you, like, I mean it. There's only perception of the outer world, right? Like this coffee cup that I have in my hands. You could say this coffee cup is not real. Only the perception of me seeing it is real. The only perception, or only the perception of the temperature of the cup that is cold is what is real. And the key word here is like the perception, because that's what everything is. And so when you have, not when, but you do have the power to decide what that perception is, and you just can be radical when you do that. Like, you can really be like, as you can see, there is ice in this cup, but I can say this cup is really hot, and like, that is your perception. And obviously that is like a dramatic like thing, because like there's ice in the cup and it's cold, but that's what I'm trying to get at, is that you decide the world outside of you. Like, do you understand what I'm getting at? I feel like I will end up making a follow-up video to this in the future, because it's something that I think about a lot, and I feel like I need to explain myself a little bit more. But yeah, I guess I'll give you some examples from my personal experience. Is that like, I don't know, I can definitely like be like I'm like easy to fall to like fear mongering, and like thinking like the world is ending, like capitalism is like killing us all, and all that type of stuff, right? But that doesn't determine if I want to live a happy life, right? That's up to me. At the end of the day, that is up to me. And like, I'm not saying like all of these important things and issues don't matter, but you still get to decide for yourself, and that's something that nobody can take away from you, and it's something that should feel empowering, is that you can still live a happy life despite the world that we live in, right? And I truly believe that like, I don't think heaven and hell are real. I don't think they're a place, but I definitely think it's like it's like a state of being. It's like the mind that you live in. Like, you decide whether you live in heaven or hell in your mind. And I definitely feel that, and like, that's why I guess I never really liked the idea of like, you have to wait to die to go to heaven, to be with God forever. It's like, wait. What? That sounds really sad. And like, you're saying that like, this beautiful planet that we live on, where everything works out just so perfectly for life to exist, and everything is so beautiful, all the plants and trees, and like the fact that there's air on this planet for us to breathe, and there's food for us to eat that grows from the earth. Like, you're saying like, this isn't heaven, like this isn't the place that we're meant to be. And I feel like in that way, if you're rejecting heaven on earth, you decide that you live in hell. Like, you don't have to wait for the end of your life to like see if you go to hell or not. Like, if you don't get right, you are going to be living in hell. So use your time wisely, and be grateful for what you have. Be in awe of the world and how beautiful it is, and the fact that good things do happen, and the fact that like, you have the power to decide. And we all live in our own realities, right? There is no real world going on here. That I feel like is the misconception, that we all live in the same world, because we do not. We all live in our own perceptions of what the world is, and we're all just here like trying to figure it out. And some of us live in heaven, some of us live in hell, some of us like are trying to figure it out. Okay, we're all trying to figure it out actually. But I'm just some guy talking on the internet, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and like take what resonates with you, and if something doesn't resonate with you, then like that's fine. And I appreciate you listening. I'm going to read the quote again one more time because I think it's a good way to go through your day to think about. It says, "Part of saying thanks is sharing our lives with the world. The other part is learning to enjoy our lives, ourselves. Live and love and learn and see things. Then pass those things on. Don't just say thanks. Demonstrate your gratitude for life by living as fully as you can." Live as fully as you can. You have the power to live as fully as you can. And have a beautiful, wonderful day. And I love you.